Yeah, I had Din Tai Fung yesterday night too.
I
What?
beat this level on Super Mario and I earned Din Tai Fung. What'd you
Sounds
get?
like as good of a reason to go to Din Tai Fung as I've heard. Why not?
What
Oh,
the?
yeah. What'd you get, Mark?
What didn't I get? I got it all.
The works. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
some soup dumplings right now, dude. It's cold weather.
Wait a minute. How come my camera isn't coming up here? Uh-oh. Maybe I'm not gonna have the camera I like.
Hey, you still look great, dude.
Yeah. So weird. Well, I guess
Oh
Well,
my
we're live, by
goodness.
the way,
we're
guys.
live
So
now. All right, cool. Well, what's up,
sorry, I
everybody?
thought your camera was gonna be working, so I just went for it.
No.
Um, I'm literally still sitting through my obligatory Twitch ads, so
Oh,
sorry.
well, I'm looking. We're live in both places, you guys. So
Hmm.
things are good.
Shout out to my sister. She's on YouTube. Let's see if she was
Nice.
able to find the link.
I'm watching the YouTube chat, so I'll let you
That's
know
so
when she
awesome.
shouts us out.
You don't even have to tell me.
Recording in
Your voice,
progress.
your voice different now. He's built
Let's
Nice.
different.
go.
He's
Wait,
built different.
you never told me the year.
Ooh,
You can guess with everybody else.
Recording in
he's
Your voice, your
he's old
voice,
enough to be nervous about it and not tell
I
you when
know
you ask him. So
Go.
that's how you know it's not good.
it's not good, dude. But there you go.
I feel like you're in the mid range. 34, 36, somewhere in there.
I'll announce it on the air.
All right, let's
We're
go.
on the air.
He's
All
like,
right,
leave
Bo,
me
you ready to start the
alone.
show?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, everybody, what up? Let's get started. Okay, here we go. Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
I'm Vic.
I'm Evelyn.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA.
What's up?
Nice.
Hey, we're here, guys. It feels good.
So
Another-
many things have happened since
It's been
we
a busy,
last
busy
spoke.
week. Yeah.
It has been a busy week, hasn't it?
I think so.
Well, I mean, this is the Thanksgiving Eve, guys.
I love Thanksgiving. I'm so pumped. I feel good.
Top three holidays, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for
Really?
sure.
Yeah, for
Top
sure.
two.
Top two.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's like
Okay.
number one is it's so hard to knock Christmas off the top. You know what I mean? I think Christmas is the best.
yeah.
Do you
It's
think Christmas is the
awesome.
best? Are we on the same page?
I change it up every so often. Sometimes I'm in a Christmas vibe, but I've really been enjoying the Halloween vibe for the
Mm.
past couple years. So I think my birthday's close to Christmas, so it just takes like a little bit of the spotlight. So I'm gonna switch it up. I think Halloween will take my first,
Oh
but I
wow.
feel you. Christmas is very, very exciting.
Oh
I'm
my God.
sorry.
Mark,
Did, well, first, the question I have is, did Christmas steal your thunder in a sense where your birthday and your Christmas gifts were the same thing?
Oh yeah, 100%. And
Uh,
my brother's birthday is on Christmas Eve. So it's just like three.
you, you kind of actually like for the person, which is you, E, kind of sucks. But as a
Yeah.
parent, I think that's actually the best thing, right?
Yeah, economical for sure. Oh, here we go.
I found something festive.
Vic's getting festive with
Yeah.
the virtual backgrounds for those of us that are not live in the
The
future.
cutout's not great on the leaves, but it's okay around my head. Anyways,
It's
carry
not
on,
bad.
guys.
It's festive.
It's fine.
Well,
Well,
actually, I changed my mind. Do you know what my favorite holiday is? My number one?
Hmm.
It's November 26th. You know what happens on November 26th?
Hmm.
It's our co-host Mark Lee's birthday,
oh,
circa yesterday. That's my number one
Boom.
holiday. Happy B-Day, Mark Lee.
it should be a national holiday, right? Like honestly, oh,
That
thank
felt
you.
like one to me.
Like I have turned a year older. It feels like it comes once every year, which is weird. And I need to set up for this. I'm
Just
old
prepare
now,
the speech.
guys. I'm
Mhm.
old.
Old. Give us
I
a number.
I am closer to 40 than I am to 30.
Is that
Which is
like how you measure it? Like, is that what you've been waiting for this moment?
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
at first I was 30 and I was like, hey, I'm turning 30. That's kind of a big deal. 31, awesome. 32, 33, oh, 34, you're like, wow, I'm almost 35. Then you turn 35. Then I turned 36 and I was like, holy shit, dude. I'm 4 years away from 40. Fast forward to yesterday, I am now 37 years old.
Whoa, that's a
Oh,
good number.
37.
yeah.
37.
I am 37 fucking years old, guys.
So we're not happy about that?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sad.
He seems
I'm not,
jaded about it. I feel like.
but
He's just like pissed that this is happening to him right now.
you don't think you'll ever say you're 37, and the problem.
Who doesn't think they'll say that?
I don't know.
No,
Be-
you
like,
never think about that. You
never
never.
think about that.
No, I agree.
I love a good comfort show watch, and I'm watching TV shows, and it can be King of the Hill, it can be Boy Meets World, it can be Seinfeld, and I am now older than the dads on the TV.
And they have like a
Ooh.
house and 5 kids, and you're like, fuck, dude.
I think I'm older than Alan Matthews was on Boy Meets World when they first started the show. And
Yikes.
Alan Matthews had Corey, he had Eric, and they had Morgan. So he had 3 kids, and he had a house in the suburbs in Philly. And I'm 37 years old, so I'm older than TV dads are.
But is that a bad place to be?
I I don't. I'll know
Don't
later.
make him think about it and just
Yeah, like,
decide to answer that question.
It's just odd. Like
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, Victor, which is we look at George Costanza, and I was like, when I was a kid, I'm like, yo, that motherfucker's 46.
Yeah, he's so old.
And I think he was 29 or
Mhm.
something.
No, stop.
He just looked old because of the hair.
They aged him. Yeah, I mean,
Yikes.
with the
But that was intentional. They were making him look old too.
Yeah, but I'm just that old now.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I feel the same way, and I'm younger, right? I'm 32 right now. I was driving in a car the other day, and I saw some ad or something, some movie poster, and I'm like, God, those people are like 22, and I'm so much older than them. Athletes are so young now. I'm just like,
Yeah.
God, I was like in school when I was, moving along, and when this guy was just barely being born, and he's professional. Look how successful this guy is. It's tough, man. I get it.
Oh no, the chat is agreeing. They say Mark is old, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, let's go back in time. You were a kid in elementary school, and you're watching American Pie. And when you're watching it, you're like, these adults are doing adult things. And then all of a sudden, you get to be that age, and you're like, oh my god, like I'm the same age, and like, I'm ready to do American Pie things. I watch American Pie now. I'm like, you guys are just so young, and you have so much.
Yeah.
You don't have to rush and lose your virginity.
Enjoy
guys.
yourselves, guys. Yeah, it's okay.
And I'm
It's
becoming
like high school, college age. Like
I'm
that's
clutching
the
I'm clutching my pearls now.
Mark. That's kind of
I
sweet though.
I'm like, no, Tara Reid, you don't have to blow him. You don't, but she did. Dude,
She just
Here I
needed
am,
somebody
man.
like you there to give her confidence. They needed good guidance from someone who's at least 37 who could speak to their life experience. I think what you need to do is become like a camp counselor or something. It sounds like you have a desire to guide the youth, dude. Maybe you can
Yeah.
channel this into something good.
That's so funny that you say that because I was doing some prep work before this, and camp counselor was one of the archetypes that I thought for Mark. I'm like, why are you giving camp counselor?
I think it would be fun.
As a
I-
former camp counselor, you would have been great.
The
as a camp
energy
counselor.
brings
Yeah.
the liveliness and the
sure.
jokes.
I would be fun but stern.
When you
And-
have to be.
Yeah. And like, and like, if I need to relate to the kids, I'm like, all right, guys, I turn my hat backwards and sit down in a chair, backwards like the substitute teacher, and I'm like, hey, let's fucking relax, guys. Let's
Mm-hmm.
rap for a second. Let me give you
Everybody wants to be in your group.
let me give you the 411 from Camp Counselor Mark. I actually, you know what? Speaking of about this, I wanted to be a high school teacher when I was a kid.
Hmm.
I wanted to do that.
What
I can see
changed
that.
that? Was there any event that made you not want to do that anymore?
I blame everyone in my life.
Hmm.
I'm gonna blame everyone in my life, which was I was pretty hard. I was like, I'll just be a history teacher. It'll be pretty cool. I think I like history enough, and I'll teach it. And then as I got older, like, and I was getting like in high school, and I was like talking to my titas and my titos about what are you gonna be? And I said, oh, I think I'm gonna be a history teacher. They all clutch their pearls, and they're like, there's no money in that. Go be a nurse. Go be a nurse. And I
Wait, were
didn't
you
have
on nursehood? Were you on track to nursehood?
absolutely not. I don't have that dog in me.
It's like 30% of Filipinos are just born on the nurse track, though. They're already sprinting down to being nurses. I think
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. It's great.
You're
It's
you're born with the
predestined.
you're born with the NCLEX in your hand, like ready to take the test, to be an RN. And
Yeah.
I didn't have that dog in me. So what I was going to pivot to was I was going to be a writer. I wanted to be a writer. Specifically, I wanted to do journalism, sports, and I wanted to write short stories or crap like that. And everyone talked me out of that too. Everyone talked me out of that. They're like, there's no money in it. If you want to be a sports writer, you have to have played the game. Which ironically, there's no professional sport. Like I can't think of any ex pro sports player that became a journalist. Like
None
maybe
of them can
Kareem-
write.
Yeah, they're all concussed and they speak in the 5th grade level of English. And they're like, oh, you won't make it. And then in the last like 10 years, you've probably seen like sports show talk pundits like become big. And
Mhm.
I think that was my trajectory. And I missed the boat, and I blame everyone in my life for that. I'm not taking any responsibility. It's all their fault. So that's where I was.
It's on the multiverse timeline. You just missed it.
But in actuality, you know what? When I was a kid, I was like, you know what? I want to do a podcast, and I want to name it "To Live and Talk in LA," which you can find it on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or however you get your podcast, Mama. I wanted to do that. I knew it, and
It's
here I am.
interesting when you were so young though, and you had a plan, and then it kind of like switched to something else, but that was kind of still in line. When I was young, I was bouncing off of everything. I wanted to be a zoologist. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a fighter pilot for a while. I wanted to be an
Wow.
engineer. I ended up becoming an operations manager. So I sort of drifted off track.
Wicked.
Just as prestigious though, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's a big title, Vic.
Hey, not everybody can do this.
Not everybody can handle that kind of pressure. Let's be real.
Evelyn, what did you want to be?
I very ambitiously started at doctor from a young age. And then, natural progression was, oh, I'll be a GP. Then it's like, oh, they don't make a lot of like money. I should be a surgeon instead. And then I was like, how can I make the most money? I should be like an open heart surgeon or a brain surgeon. And then I was like, wait, am I really trying to cut people up? And I was like, nah, but I really like Super Bowl ads. So I was like, maybe I'll go into like advertising. And then people tell you not to do that. And then you think, oh, I'm good at math. Like I'll just do math. And then you realize you hate math. So then you switch to what everybody else switches to, which is psychology. And I got my degree in psych. That's what happened.
Like, where are all the people who in my life I want them to line them up and tell them to go fuck themselves? Like you shouldn't do this. Like never once in my life have I said, dude, don't fucking do it, bro. Like the only time I said that is if like my friend was about to like rail some fat chick at a bar, and you're like, hey man, like even then I wouldn't
Somebody's
say
gotta
like
get in
don't
there.
do it. I'm just saying like, hey man, just a heads up,
For real.
you might
Just do
regret
it.
this, whatever. But like I would never say no. And like here are all these people brave enough to tell me no.
Especially like a child,
I know.
Like a child who tells you what they want to be when they grow up and you tell them no. That's wrong. I would tell you though, everybody in my family encouraged me and I just made the wrong choices. So I don't know what's worse, I almost wish somebody said, "No, that's dumb. Don't do that. That is
No,
not a good
Vic,
idea."
stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, I could have used somebody shutting me down when I was about 22. But it's okay. Like we're still here. It's a funny experiment, though. I don't know what's
I
better.
guess on the flip end of that, considering, we are on Thanksgiving Eve,
Mm.
which is, I don't know, almost arguably what's more exciting? Thanksgiving Day, Eve? No, it's day. The food's there. Anyway, what are you guys thankful for this time around? Like what are you bringing to the table?
Mm. Victor, go for it. You had something ready to go.
I mean, you know what? I just feel like the last few years, I think I've been trying to find like a good flow. I've been trying to find and it's been very chaotic for me. And I just feel like my life is at peace right now, particularly since I picked up this other gig and I have like my time is like occupied and I have stuff going on. I'm just thankful to have like a like routine and like comfort in my life because I just feel like it was a bit tricky
Hmm.
navigating things for a few years there. And I was just like, just feeling confused. And, feeling confused in your early 30s is like, dude, what's going on? I feel like my parents were buying houses and had a kid and doing stuff like by this time. So I'm like, I need to like
Yeah,
get my shit
I feel
together.
that.
And I
Yeah.
kind of feel like I did. We'll see if
Oh,
it sticks.
yay. I think that's awesome.
I'm
That's
thankful for
simple,
peace of
but it's
mind.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's powerful. It's kind of like the ASMR we were talking about the other day.
Mm.
It feels right. What about you, Mark?
Uh, well, I'm. This year was tough. This year was tough. I will say the silver lining. Me and a Guatemalan got married, so
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have to be thankful for that because she might be listening. See here,
You passed.
blink twice if everything's okay. I am so thankful for you, honey. We're good. No, but like I think that's obviously like one of the big highlights, if not the biggest highlight of the year. I think that was really good, and I'm really thankful for that because a lot of things happened to get to that.
Mhm, mhm.
And then the second part, I was thankful I was able to go back to the Philippines like
Yeah,
this
that's
year.
right. You took a trip earlier this year.
I took a trip, and it was probably the last time I. No, okay, I should say that. It was because I went to the Philippines, hung out with family, did all that good stuff, reconnected, picked up my parents, and then that's when the year took another downturn, and that's when I tore my Achilles. So I'm not thankful for that. If there's anything I'm not thankful, I'm thankful for my other Achilles that's still working.
That one was built right, right
Mhm.
from the beginning. Solid as a rock.
That one's
So
built different. Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm thankful for that.
That's huge. That's really huge too. I didn't have anything that I was like specifically thinking. I'm more like in the Vic realm where like I just feel like there's some kind of piece of where I am in life right now. 30's coming for me. I feel that early confusion coming for me, like it's just always confusing all the time in a different way. It doesn't really matter how old you are, let's be real. But I see the shift in weird coming and I'm just grateful to be here, grateful to be around with you guys and to see more. Like, there's a bazillion new people in the chat right now on Twitch. How fun. It's great to see you guys. Hi. I'm grateful for you guys. Like it's great to be able to connect with two dudes. Like I was literally thinking about this. It's so weird that we all came together, but it's like a nice thing to have. So I'm grateful for all of that and just balance of things.
Yeah, we have new people in the chat. You're right. We have Graffiture making it to the first. It even indicates that he's a first time chatter. First time chatter, long time listener.
Let's go. Mixer DJ Buzz made it and called you old. Love that for us.
Mhm. You know, I when speaking of thankful, what I did do last night is I went to Din Tai Fung.
Oh yeah, you're speaking my language.
I'm so
and,
jealous.
and the the problem with Din Tai Fung is you're going to spend minimum $100.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Even if it's two people, you can get up there real quick because it takes if you don't make reservations, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours of a wait. So you're even hungrier going in there, and you're like, I
Hmm.
waited 2 hours. I can't not have the shalom baos. I can't not have the pork buns.
Right.
You got to get them all. And then like the other thing with dumplings too is they're small, so I can eat like 20 of them without even thinking.
It's so
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I only have one of those XLBs. One of those baskets is just for me. I feel like when we go with people,
Oh yeah,
you know, we
it's
can
just
share,
nice to
but
pretend.
you
Yeah.
don't have to. Like, I will eat all these.
It's it's good stuff, man. And I just and you eat, and all of a sudden you just feel like you want to kill over and die because you just had too much food.
Yeah.
It's the cycle of life in Din Tai Fung. I've never walked out of there and said that was the perfect amount of food.
You're never comfortable when you leave. You're like limping out of the door. You know.
I
Yeah,
only successfully did it once, but it was actually a takeout moment. Like I literally just
Mm.
got 2 spicy noodles, 2 fried rice,
Mm.
and I didn't overdo it. But that's the only case. And I ate it immediately, which is only the only reason it was okay to go. Otherwise, you gotta sit in there.
If you're in the building, it's impossible because you can just order more things, and they
Yeah.
keep
Oh
checking.
yeah,
And I'm like,
100%.
okay, we'll just get one more, and then that's a slippery slope. You know.
And then you gotta have some veggies too for balance, and then you gotta try
Yeah.
all the things. Dude, those garlic green beans are delicious.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know what I don't like about Din Tai Fung is when the server says, "Is there anything you want first?" I feel like that spits in the face of the game of dim sum, which is it's dealer's choice. Whatever happens to come first comes first.
Give me whatever you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're just gonna have a full spread. I love when that table just has like all the things on it and there's more coming and you're like moving stuff aside. It's amazing. It's an art.
It's a beautiful thing.
People don't really understand dim sum though. Like I've gone to other dim sum places too, and I feel like I told my parents, I was like, we should go to this place. You know, it's like a brunch thing. You go and you just order stuff, and whatever you get, you order a bunch of million things, and you just share. And it's like pot stickers and little fried things. And they're like, for breakfast, like that seems weird. I feel like people don't really understand that out here, unless you've like been and you know how good it is. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
pitch dim sum, and
Yeah,
I
I
feel like it shouldn't
agree.
be.
It's either if you know, or you don't, and you just don't get it.
Yeah, you just gotta make people see the light.
Weak.
Yeah. Can I do one more flex before we talk more about Thanksgiving? Because I want to hit some of the topics we did.
Oh yeah.
I went to the gym yesterday for the first time
Nice.
Oof. I
since
saw that pic.
the surgery. I scheduled a personal training session
Hmm.
at
Ooh.
5 a.m.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I hate that you do that.
You made
It's
somebody else do that with you too. Like, why did you schedule them at 5? That's brutal.
He's there, so
They
like,
like it. They
Poor
like it.
guy.
there's nothing like I thought the minimum of waking up at 5 to 5:30 in the morning was miserable. Waking up at because I can't just roll out of bed and brush my teeth. I have to roll out of bed and grab my crutches and crawl to army crawl to make sure I'm good. It takes so I have to count an hour for myself. I got up and went. And when you're in the car at 4:30 in the morning and it's not an early trip to Vegas, you're kind of upset at the world. And I did that. And I was super upset driving in. And the world has changed, man, because like I'm going through and you know what I don't like? It's when when you have like specific routes that you take and you know what's coming around a corner and you've effectively picked out what ways to get to a spot more efficiently.
Hmm.
Going up the mall parking lot, I was like, oh, I can just go here and I can cut through these dividers and I can get them there in a faster time. They put like in parking spots when they put the bumps there so you don't go too far up, they put them there, so it really derailed me. And I was it slowed me down. Like I was like, life is changing.
Okay.
I don't like this.
You
I'm
didn't just go
37.
off-roading for a minute there?
Yeah, as a true Asian driver, I drove over those dividers and said, "Fuck it."
It
I
might not
watched
have
Tokyo
actually
Drift.
been that bad, but I feel like when you encounter things at 4:30 in the morning, you're just worse. You're not your best, you know. I tell my girlfriend this all the time. I'm like, don't ask me questions at 6:30. Sometimes she'll get up and I'm still sleeping, and she'll like ask me some question. It could be anything, and I always answer like a complete shit because I'm just sleeping. Like I'm not even here, you know. And I give her some snarky answer, or I'll say something mean, and then later she asks me about it, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm sorry. And I feel like it's not a good excuse, but I'm just like, dude, I was asleep. I can't even. That wasn't me, you know.
I'm with you. I'm
That was an
exactly the
alternate
same.
version of me.
Yeah, you can't speak to me
Mm.
during that time. Like I can't be
Yeah.
held accountable for what I said then.
It could be anything. Like if my shoes are untied at 4 in the morning, I'll be pissed. Like you stub your toe at 4 in the morning. Like you
Why are
miss
you
an
awake
exit.
at 4 in
Like
the
the
morning?
fuck, dude. Why am I even here? You
Well,
know? Yeah.
the Guatemalan does this. Are you awake? And I'm not awake, so she has to ask this 3 times to make sure I'm awake. So then she can start talking to me in the middle of the night. I'm like, what are we doing here? Let me tell you what we're not doing. It's now we're not sleeping because, like, there's nothing I could possibly do right now in this moment at 2 a.m. that will help you go to sleep. So
Leave me
like,
alone. Yeah.
I am not
That's
going.
messed up, man.
I can't
Like
help you.
no, I say this with love, which is I can't rock you to sleep or sing a lullaby or like or sing your favorite Guatemalan songs that they might have to put you to sleep.
Yeah.
I just don't have that. So what is me waking up going to do to make you feel better?
Yeah, now I'm stuck with you too. You know?
Oh, she loves
I
you.
was
It's
doing
company.
great. Thank you. That
I
has to
wouldn't
be a
wake you
lot.
up. No, fuck that. That's precious time. You need to sleep. That sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's life. And but yeah, dude, things are changing, and I'm not feeling good. But like right now, my humble flex is that like I'm so sore from weight, I can't even raise my arms up in the air.
Ooh,
If you were asking me if I was having a good time and put my hands up in the air like I just don't care, I couldn't physically do it because it's like sore. So I have to like raise it up with assistance. So
Those
I'm like really
millennials will love you. Keep your arms down below the shoulders, remember?
That's the
So
cutoff.
no,
So it
that's
sounds like you had a good B-day then and a good celebration and good things going on.
yeah, it is. But like, I thought I avoided the people singing "Happy Birthday" to me.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Like
Do people try like in person? Like actually?
this happened
I'll
at
stop
work.
them. Yeah, it's really bad.
This happened at work, and they got me a cake. I totally appreciate it. Very kind. I can't wait to cut into the cake. I'll blow out the candles, and then someone said, "Aren't we going to sing?"
Was it science?
Did you look at them like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
And then they sing, and no one is doing their best performance of singing "Happy Birthday." No one's doing the falsettos. No one's doing the Ariana high pitch. They're not doing that. They're begrudgingly singing "Happy Birthday." It's always like
Are they
it's
doing
like
cha-chas?
187. It's like one. It's like yes, they did.
Ugh.
It's like
gosh.
it's like hearing the
That's
1877
painful.
Cars for Kids theme song. Where the kids are so sad singing it. That's what everyone sings sounds like when they're singing "Happy Birthday," which is "Happy Birthday to
That's
you."
awful.
And like they're looking around, and then like they know my fucking name. But like, are we gonna call him Mark? Are we gonna call him Marquise? Are we gonna call him Marcus? So everyone,
And it ends up
despite
being,
despite knowing my name,
yeah.
gets to my name and they're like, "What?" And like, and I have to stand there and be happy and do you orchestrate them like, oh, like here we are, and it's like nobody likes this. All right, like, why is this not one of the platforms when people are running for president or office? I don't know, but we need to just ban "Happy Birthday."
Yeah, I don't love
Wow.
it. I think for kids we could keep it,
Yeah, I was
maybe.
gonna say, I think
Keep it for the
once you're
children.
of age,
Yeah,
no
cycle
more.
that out. For what reason?
Where do
No,
we
just
cut it
cut a
off though?
cake.
When is it
Oh,
no longer appropriate to sing happy birthday?
21.
21.
I say
Interesting.
21.
I was gonna say like 16. I'm pretty tough on this shit.
Nah, you give them a
13 in
couple
the
more
chat.
opportunities to
God damn.
socialize. 13.
13's tough. That's like,
Like
hey,
with your
you're a
bar
man
mitzvah,
now.
man.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah, you can't have a happy birthday anymore.
You've
Do they
been
sing "Happy
mitzvahed.
Birth"? Do they sing "Happy Birthday" at a quinceañera?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I
they
don't know
do.
actually. I haven't been to one in a long time since that one I
Mhm.
was telling you guys about, and
Some people do, some people don't, but oh yeah, that's right.
there's a lot of memories. There's a lot of memories that sort
The
of
fupa.
stuck longer than the song. I don't know
Well,
what song we
It has
sang.
the word teen in it in the chat, does it?
What? 13?
Hold on, there's this alarm
You know
going
what
off.
else happened at that quinceanera that I just remembered? I'm just gonna go off beat for a second. Mark, get this.
Mm-hmm.
So you practice like a waltz going into the quinceanera, and everybody does the thing or whatever. During this quinceanera, the music was on like a CD, right? Because it was like 2007, so we even had iPods at that time. So I don't really know. The song skipped, and it got like all record scratched, and the whole waltz was ruined. And then we had to do it without music, and it was just
That's
like the craziest
sad.
quinceanera, dude. Yeah, the music didn't work. The freaking was wild. Really, just I think that's why everybody was freaking so much and grabbing on each other's asses and stuff, was because the waltz got ruined, and I think it
Quinceañeras are a
fucked up
different
everything.
kind of lit, though.
Yeah.
They have a different kind of power.
Anyways,
Yeah,
we
you
can
know
go
what?
back.
I think you stopped singing Happy Birthday at the age of 7. Like honestly,
Oh, that's
No,
early.
I'm gonna push back on that.
No.
I even think 13 is
Yeah.
a little tough, but I can kind of get it.
I like 16. I was gonna go just to give people college still. You meet new people and you sing around, and then
Yeah,
you drink alcohol, and you should stop because you could just toast.
that's true. I
yeah,
forgot
well,
to call you and sing you happy birthday on a message. Did anybody do that? Because I think that's fucking brutal too, man.
That's
Because
painful.
I don't want to. Thankfully, you can skip on voicemails, so you can just kind of scrub it. But when people call me and leave me the message, I'm like, man, you did this. It's a little cringe, dude.
yeah,
They love you.
Just sing.
To do that,
But
to
yeah,
sing
what
me a
were you
voicemail,
gifted?
that they love you. That's true.
Did you get anything like that, Mark?
No, I got a lot of text messages and DMs,
That's
but
good.
like for my birthday, and I thought that was really cool. No one sang Happy Birthday, and I got one phone call. Out of everything else, no, I'll take that back. I had 2 phone calls. Everything else was done through text, DM, or Facebook, which like it's I think Facebook just like helps people remember their helps people remember their friends' birthdays, because
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna remember my birthday if it wasn't for Facebook. Quite
I don't
honestly.
think the Facebook ones count because they're like prompted to do it.
But some
You
people
know?
still see it on Facebook and then will text you.
That's
So
true.
I turned mine off because I'm petty. They can't see my birthday on Facebook.
Yeah.
Filters
Yep.
out the fakes.
It does. Well, I brought something for you, Mark. I figured I'd do a little B-Day celebration. I don't know if I told you guys a little bit about it before we kicked off today, but I figured we could do a little birthday host Thanksgiving roast moment and roast you for your birthday and Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
I have prepared 4 phenomenal jokes. Feel free to interrupt as I go through these, but I'm gonna roll and we're gonna go roast style. Does somebody want an intro?
Welcome
good.
everybody to the 2024 roast of Mark Lee, live on To Live and Talk in LA.
What's
Coming
up,
at you here this
y'all?
Wednesday. What's up, guys?
We made it. I'm jumping in first to put our guys straight on the fuego. Happy birthday, Mark. We're kicking things off with your birthday festivities. We caught some action on the At To Live and Talk in LA Instagram. If you caught that, Mark was scootering his way through Disneyland. He did it, folks. Watching you scooter your way around Disneyland, Mark, really made me think that maybe you're the nightmare before Christmas. Boom. Mark is a big Disney fan for those of you that weren't aware there. But I'm sure that for the folks that witnessed it, it was a lot. It was a lot to watch. But speaking of a lot to watch, let's talk about Mark's patterned shirts. Everybody knows that
Yes.
Mark loves a good pattern on his shirt. Mark, your shirts are so loud. This is terrible. I hear they're headlining Coachella and starting their own podcast in 2025. I didn't realize we were looking for competition here on To Live and Talk in LA, but we did it. And speaking of more things we feature on To Live and Talk in LA, everybody knows Mark Lee loves a good dad joke in the chat. Shout him out. We
That he
know he loves
does.
a good dad joke. Mark, your dad jokes are so painful. I heard Mike Tyson heard one and considered biting his own ear off. See, keeping it contemporary.
Damn.
And I'm coming in with number 4, you guys. Number 4 is pretty good. So get ready. Speaking of, oh my gosh, give me a sec. This alarm's going off.
No.
Oh my God. She just
She's-
rapid fired you 3 times and then just walked off.
You know what it is? She's cooking so much. She's on fire. The smoke detector started going off.
Oh, you wait. That is so on theme. Speaking of cooking and eating things, Mark is a big Gordon Ramsay fan. I'm sure we all know this around there, or if you're new around here, so am I. We're big. We love a good Gordon Ramsay moment. Um, and I thought I would share my favorite thing and probably the only thing that Mark has ever cooked, his Achilles.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Thank you for coming to our roast. I'm happy to pass it off to you folks if you have anything to add, but we made it.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Mark. What do we think?
Happy birthday, Mark.
That was good, dude. That was great. Like
Let's go.
it was all topical and it was about me. It was like it wasn't generic. You know, like when you hit the points, which I'm laughing now and I'll cry later in the shower in my chair, and you can't tell because the tears will be washed away in the shower. But that was a very touching thing. That was good. That was great.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That
We
was like
should do
real
more
thought put into
roasts.
that. I feel like that was really like you know? That's
I,
nice.
I wanted to do a moment where folks could get to know Mark a little bit
Yeah.
and we could just roast him a little and his Achilles.
I love that.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Oh, dude, don't. Like, I mean, dude, you snap like my Achilles. I get it, dude. You just let her cook.
See, dad jokes, you guys. You got to document these.
Yes. See, Victor, look what we've done. We've created a monster.
I know. I feel like the first episode, she was just kind of chilling, just just jumping in here and there and just being friendly. And then she texted us an hour before the show saying she was going to roast you, and I didn't know what to expect. And here we are.
Yeah, I actually did do that, and I'm sorry, but for those of you that want to participate, I also I want to hear roasts about me. I don't know, Vic, if you want to hear a roast about you, but it's only fair.
Yeah, I mean, I welcome any roasters. I feel like there's one in
Yeah.
the chat I see that's got plenty of ammunition. So if you want to,
Oh yeah,
drop a
throw it
bomb
in
in there,
there,
go
you
ahead.
guys. If you're listening not on live, hit us up. We have like a bazillion ways that you could reach us, including to live and talk in LA at gmail.com or at to live and talk in LA on like all the socials, right? Blue Sky? Are we there yet? Blue Sky?
are
We're
we
on
on Blue
Blue-
Sky?
We're on Blue Sky, which I'm glad you mentioned that because I went on Blue Sky specifically to take our names. So like you can follow us but like I don't understand. It's like it's to live and talk in LA dot blue sky dot something something.
It's a little too many
And-
dots.
I don't know what it is, but we're on it. So follow us. Well, that means we have to create content for you guys.
Oh, snap. I have to figure out what it is first, but at least we're there. You heard it here. And send us your roasts for these hosts.
Mm.
Blue Sky's
was-
nice because there's nice people there. I think the moderator's going to keep anybody from calling us mean names. So I think it's a pretty safe spot to try
Oh,
out
they have
material. you guys.
moderators?
Yeah, they do. If
I
you
need
call
to
someone
dig in
like the
there.
N-word, they just ban your account right away. So
Oh, hell
Well,
yeah.
it's kind of cool.
mean-
We'll see.
I mean, they probably have the same transcribers we have, so it's on point.
hmm
Source them out. It's all good. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited by that roast was really good, Evelyn.
Thank you. I stole
Well-
that idea from you guys. One of you guys had written that we should probably have a female come on the show
Yeah.
and roast you. So guess what? You did it. I am now on the show, and I've at least roasted one of you. Vic, you're next. I know your birthday's a while out from
It's
now,
coming.
but
It's gonna be a minute. Yeah. That gives you
Yeah,
plenty
we
of time to
can-
come up with something really gnarly, though. So
we'll have lots of ammunition by then. But yeah, I figured why not? Why not us?
hmm
With Thanksgiving around the corner, are you guys cooking for Thanksgiving?
I started prep. I'm a sous chef. I don't chef it up. I support.
I'm not. No, I'm a total mooch. And I try. Here's the thing. My mom is like, no, you don't have to make anything. I just am gonna do everything and control it. I'm like, okay. My girlfriend's gonna make green beans with like the onion soup thing they do, and bring that. But I'm just gonna show up and eat. And then we're going to her sister's house where they're just having a bunch of food that other people make too. So I feel like Thanksgiving, I'm just taking and not really giving anything. I'm thankful for it though. Like I do appreciate
Mhm.
these people that let me live this lifestyle, you know?
Are you cooking, Mark?
I am not. I don't cook
Nice.
when I'm healthy. So the fact that I am in recovery mode, I am not cooking. I think I will throw money at the problem. If I was rich, my idea would be to throw money at the problem. And my thing is, you know what? I will put in money and I'll put in a little extra to make sure that this party or whatever is good. So I will make that my contribution to Thanksgiving, which is I will buy beer, I will buy some pre-bought food.
Dessert,
He's a
side
Dessert.
cups and plates
dishes.
guy. He was bringing
Yeah.
plates.
I
Just
was
it's important. It's important.
I, but like what I bring is a hit. At the work potluck, I did my thing. I brought my balls. Everyone knows that I bring my balls, and that's a huge hit. And everyone had them, and that shit went fast. That shit went fast.
Tell us more.
Elaborate.
Uh, I first of all, people couldn't get enough of my balls. There wasn't enough to go around for the people,
Is
and
that
it
our
went
show
quick.
title?
guy-
Is that too
Oh yeah.
forward?
Hey, there you go. That's
We'll keep working it.
Might be it.
I went to Porto's and I got 2 dozen potato balls,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
and this time around they said, "Oh shit, you brought the potato balls," and I was like, "You already know," and it's a big hit. So like my contribution to the food thing is I will go to Porto's where it's extremely busy, and I will bring this as a labor of love to you.
Those are acceptable, I think. When
Yeah,
someone brings
I take
Portos,
that.
I'm like, okay, go
Yeah.
ahead, get in there, you lazy, get in there.
They're eating them, you know?
Yeah.
Like nobody hates that person. That person's welcome. They're
No.
one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Now the person who brings like store cookies, those white cookies, get out of here. I don't think that's not. It's not the same amount of effort. You have
A
to go
little
to
cheap
Portos
for
and get something
Thanksgiving.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere
Or
with a
like
line.
a Marie Callender's pie. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of a big deal, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, something in the chat, like something with a line, right? If you're in a line for a while, then that's commendable.
Thank you.
Oh, by
Who-
the way, we have some YouTube chat is popping off.
Hi,
Anna
YouTube.
Yvette Mejia put a emoji in there. So I don't
That
know
is
if
my
that's who.
sister. Hi, she did it.
She did it.
made
She was
We're so
here.
proud.
I don't know how long ago that was, to be honest, because I looked at the other screen. I had something else up, but I just want to call it out. Anna's here because you called her out. So,
She's still here. I ran
She
the
made it.
roast by her first,
Oh,
ladies and
good.
gentlemen. So she's a
Yeah.
special one.
no wonder.
Hi,
Anyways,
sister. That's
Hey, sister.
keep it coming,
Hi.
YouTube.
yeah. That's
We're starting something new. We're starting something new.
So you're sous chef. What did you prep?
Yeah, so my mom makes like the best turkey that I've ever had, and I didn't realize that it was so good just because it was like the turkey I had always, right,
Mm.
growing up. And then you have like you start getting older, you go to, your boyfriend's Thanksgiving or a friend or family, whatever, just for an early one or Friendsgiving. I was like, why is this stuff like dry and lame, you know? And then I realized my mom actually has an Excelsior turkey. So I'm doing whatever she needs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, how can I make your life easier? Like, do you need a shoulder rub? I went to the grocery store today. Like, I took today off work to go get her the things that she needed to set us up for success tomorrow. But she does like a marinade. So I was like squeezing fruit. I was hand cracking pepper, like all good things, garlic peeling, like the stuff she doesn't need to focus on. She needs to focus on the turkey, which we name, by the way, every year. But yeah.
Is there any system to the naming, like boy, girl, like hurricanes, or is it just like whatever you guys are feeling?
It's a vibe. This year she's a little thicker up top. She's a little booby. So we're calling her a female name. And I decided I wanted it to be Vampire Diaries themed. And somebody has last name Gilbert. So we're going with Gilly, which I thought was cute. Gilly the turkey. Rest in peace.
It's got a story to the name too. It's not like it's just a random name. That's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, when my brother was in the Marine Corps like boot camp, he missed Thanksgiving, and we named him like Recruit Chompipe, and Chompipe is like turkey in Spanish. So we named him after it. Like there's always a thing. We pick
Mm-hmm.
something. Yep,
Mhm.
Elena Gilbert in the chat. They know the Vampire Diaries is everywhere.
It- I do this rant, I feel like every year, and I forget about it until Thanksgiving rolls around, which is the the true hero dish for Thanksgiving that I could eat all year round, and I always tried to get it on the ticket for, for the next year, where we incorporate into every other meal, but we never do because I forget, is stuffing.
I'm not a big stuffing person.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you both?
We love Thanksgiving and we're
Yeah.
not stuffing people.
It's
I know this is
okay.
staying.
I'll
Yeah.
have some, but I'm not
That
like
I'm gonna have an aneurysm right now because the stuffing is the fucking best. I'm sorry. Like, you put it in the turkey, you can. It's such a
Cat thinks it's gross.
it's like soggy
Mark,
bread. It's just
it's
like
such a versatile side.
what is
Like,
it?
it's not
What is it?
versatile. It's so one-dimensional. It's just bread with
it's
like chicken broth on it. Or
And
no,
why are
whatever.
there
it's
Turkey.
raisins in there sometimes?
Ugh.
okay.
It's
No,
weird.
Hold on.
You're getting double teamed right now, and you're
Yeah,
slipping, dude. Let's see. Go
stuffing,
ahead.
I'm sorry, is fucking amazing. And if it can go everywhere into January and in March for St. Patrick's Day and all these places, I would welcome it with open arms. I feel like, why do we leave stuffing for only Thanksgiving?
You really gonna have stuffing more
If
than
it,
once a year? Like I don't.
we
It's not that
should.
popular.
It's fucking great.
I, hey,
Pass.
well,
Hard
I-
pass.
you can like go buy stuffing. You know, like you can buy a box of stuffing and make it. I know you don't cook, but
Yeah.
you could do this. I just
Stovetop.
see stuffing
Yeah.
is prison food. Wow.
Yeah, that's how I feel. The
From the
soggy
chat.
bread,
Yeah.
soaked up croutons. Like
Oh
it
my
feels
God.
like that's what you're eating. Wow, Mark. Happy
I
birthday. Roast
I
him. Roast
He
him.
doesn't want to finish the show. He's like, okay, fuck this.
I'm just saying what I thought was a popular take. I'm grabbing my pencil right now because I'm fidgeting and I'm about to snap something. All right. I thought it was a popular take. Stuffing should be it should be here all year round, and here everyone is against this.
Honestly,
Weird.
if I went to a Thanksgiving and there just wasn't stuffing, I'd be like, oh, okay.
We never have
More more
stuffing
room
at
for other
mine.
stuff. Because you have mashed potatoes, and then you probably have
Yeah.
like rolls or some kind of like bread or something, and then there's
Yeah.
stuffing too. And it's like, okay, I'd rather have like mac and cheese, the green bean casserole, turkey, ham, cranberry sauce, dude. That's all I need. Mashed potatoes, I guess.
I feel like
We
we're
have
breaking
mashed
his
stuffing's
heart.
at
Are
the
you
very bottom.
okay? Can we
We
check
have
in with Mark? Are you all right right now?
We have mashed potatoes all year round. You can get green beans all year round. Dinner rolls are dinner rolls. Stuffing is stuffing.
What about cranberry sauce? That's not like a year round.
I
People
could
don't
do
do that
cranberry
year
sauce
round.
year round. I like cranberry sauce.
I never, I never ask for it.
Wow.
If someone says, "Here, try it," because I made it, okay, sure.
I don't do either. I'm neither cranberry sauce nor stuffing. I'm just like a turkey, mash, and like maybe a green bean, a veggie, dessert, like, and just go to town. Maybe some like Spanish rice. That's maybe more unique to my household.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody
Ham.
having
Yeah. Some
rice.
ham.
Yeah.
Some ham.
Yeah.
I the last couple years, I don't know if you've done honey baked. I think that's a nation chain. It's not just LA, but
Yeah.
I've waited in line for honey baked ham, and that's not an easy thing to do.
They're too popular now. We used to do honey bake back in the day, and then yeah, you have to wait in line. Now my family gets one from Costco, and it's like the same thing. It's fine. Like a legit baked ham though that you like have in your house is pretty. It's pretty sweet, dude. I'm almost pro ham versus turkey. I don't know if we want to keep breaking down all the Thanksgiving foods, but that's where I'm at. The turkey's like,
I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready to devour whatever is on the table. I'm grateful that it's there because I will be the one to make it. That's the summary for me, I think.
So wait, Evelyn, you don't go to anywhere else for Thanksgiving. You just do it at your house.
I do hop, but
we do
I
a split. Yeah.
reserve my stomach. Yeah, the minion and I will hit his place first. They're doing
Oh,
something a little earlier, but I will just like taste things on a little mini, and then I look like I'm just a dainty little flower, and then I destroy what's at my crib. And when they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm just like, "You don't understand. My mom's like, it's just the best thing I've ever had." And one day I'll have to learn how to make it, but not anytime soon if I can have a say so.
yeah. See, we start at my parents' house, and it's like I eat so much food, and we start at like 1 because we know we're all gonna get tired,
Yeah.
and so we all eat and we're tired. Somebody goes in the other room, takes a nap. We're like watching some shitty movie. I'll go eat some more, and then around some point around like 5, we stumble over to her sister's house. But I'm just like a blur of who I was. Like
Yeah.
I'm
You're just
so
like a
like
potato
food
right there.
comaed and just. And I'll still have a little bit of their food too because they have to, have some and try
Yeah. It's almost
everything.
rude if you don't have
And they
it.
always have
Yeah.
pie. So it's like I'm just by that time it's like I've had turkey like 3 times and I'm just so tired. But I carry on.
You're so brave, dude.
What about you, Mark? You doing splits tomorrow or you just want it done?
No, man. It's one stop shop. It's
That's
gonna be here.
nice.
All right. Nice.
You can get turkey drunk and just live on that shit, dude.
I'm gonna drink the cooking wine and just get fucked up and say I'm the lizard queen, and then we're golden.
Well, I had another question for you guys. Thanks.
Yes,
Still on
please.
Thanksgiving
Mhm.
topic.
Mm-hmm.
What is your Thanksgiving table draft? Like, who is on your ideal Thanksgiving dinner invite list? And I have a little list. I made it a small one for who I think, but I want to hear from you guys. Who are you inviting?
So okay, let's draw the parameters here. How many people, and are they all alive? Are they dead or alive?
All right, good questions. Good questions. I'm going with alive, like so
Oh,
that we can keep it real, because you have to send an invite, right? We could talk about the multiverse later.
yeah.
Let's say they're alive, and then I went celebrity. I don't know why. I didn't like set that parameter necessarily or explicitly, but like
Mhm.
I ended up picking that. So if you guys want to go celebrity, feel free to do that. But if you want to stray away from that, like of course my sister's gonna be there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have a list. If you guys want me to shoot some of those folks, I picked, so number wise, I have one, two, three, four, I have eight, and half are female and half are male.
I was thinking dead people. I don't know why. So all mine were dead people. But I'll
Oh,
think of
okay.
alive people. That's fine. I can do it.
Well, good. Shoot whatever. I'm curious. Who are you inviting? I just went instinctually like alive celebrities. That's what
Well,
happened.
and it's funny because I wasn't thinking celebrities. I was just thinking more like funny people. Like I was thinking who are like these like dead comedians or some artists, I guess, that I'd want to hang out with. I was thinking
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald. If I was doing somebody who's alive though, um, there's this guy named. Do you guys follow any of these TikTok comedians? There's this guy named Jeff Acuri that's fucking hilarious, and he can make anything funny no matter what anybody says. I think I would want a comedian at the table. That's my tier 1. So I'm gonna put this
100%.
comedian
You
named
gotta bring a
Jeff
comedian.
something there. I
Mhm.
think that's my first slot is taken. Mark, who
Okay.
would you bring?
Wait. So we're leaving dead people off the board.
I think so.
Yeah, leave them off the board. Yeah.
Okay. So, in the first pick for me, for someone who is alive, I want someone that is going to be the life of the party and everyone gravitates towards them. I'm picking The Rock.
All
Wow.
right.
Mhm.
That was one of my contenders.
Yeah, I picked The Rock because super huge, large in life, who is The Rock, and when you see him walk into a room, you're like, all right, this guy is here. And I've watched the way this guy eats too, and I
Yeah.
saw, I don't know if you've seen this
Impressive.
before. It was with Sean Evans before Hot Ones was a thing.
Mhm.
he he ate like The Rock for a day. And he essentially had like 12 meals in the day because he's always pumping iron and doing all this
Yeah.
shit. I was like, no food will go to waste with The Rock. So I'm picking The Rock for my number 1 pick.
I love that. That's an
Mhm.
awesome
Rock's
choice.
cool.
And I almost picked him. I took him off this time around just because I wanted to have even numbers. But let's see. Who should I start with? Do you guys want a male or a female? You guys
A
both
guy.
did male. Yeah. So I was also thinking vibes. I won't pick my comedian first, but I threw Snoop Dogg in there. I think Snoop Dogg would make a fun addition to a Thanksgiving dinner. He's going to talk about the food. He's going to have good conversation. He's
Mhm.
educated about a bazillion different topics. Like, I think he'd be a cool ad.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
And he's bringing the festivities, and by festivities I mean a shit ton of weed, which is
Yeah.
it's a great party favor and a party trick.
The food's gonna
Yeah.
taste better
Hmm.
He's
to
bringing an
everybody.
experience to your holiday. Like, if you don't want Snoop Dogg, like, we wanted him at the Olympics, you
Hmm.
guys. We want him everywhere.
That is a good one.
What else you got?
For my next person, I wanted to bring somebody who can help me make dinner better. So I, just in case, they can guide me a little bit, just because they love it and they have a passion for food. My next pick is Guy Fieri. A lot of people talk shit about Guy
Oh,
Fieri. Okay, they don't know him like I do. This guy's cool. He's
Hmm.
good vibes. He does good things when the world is hard. Okay, he's a nice man, but also he can take me to Flavor Town. So I think he knows how
interesting
to cook a bird.
pick.
Yeah, and he seems like a chill dude. I think he's pretty fun.
I had two chefs on my list, none of which were Guy Fieri.
You're sleeping on him
Um,
like everybody
yeah,
else.
but that's a great, yeah, I totally am. That's a great option. Mark, what's next?
I'm going to dip into the female category here. um, it's in the same spirit as making dinner better, and I think this will make Thanksgiving better. I'm adding Martha Stewart as my
Nice.
person, and then
Yep,
Martha
she was
Stewart.
my female chef. Nice.
Martha Stewart is a good one, not only because she knows what's up, but she also like. I watched a bit of the documentary. I didn't see all of it, but she did time in prison, and she just seems like she doesn't put up with shit.
She's hilarious. I'm sure she has so many good things to talk about. She's homies
Mm-hmm.
with Snoop. I had her on my list too. But I'll give you guys, I guess I'll keep it on chef theme. I picked Gordon Ramsay. You already
Yeah.
know. We were talking about him. I have
Yeah.
to have him there. I want to hear him and Martha Stewart and Guy Fieri in a room together. Like, that would be so much fun.
I think that, yeah, that is the logic. That is the correct choice. I think I went with a riskier chef pick.
You
Could
did,
pan
yeah.
out. I don't know. It's like we'll see how it works out. That one. I agree. Um, they don't all have to speak the same language, right? Is there like a magic force that lets us all communicate, or what do you think?
Sure. Let's magic first
This
communicate.
guy can probably speak English anyway. I'm
We'll get an
diminishing him by
interpreter. How
saying
about
that.
that?
Okay, yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Um, my next person is gonna be Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
the movies, as you guys know. It's kind of like a weeb choice, but it's like it's right there. The man is alive. He's a great storyteller. I can ask him questions all day about how this stuff happened, and the artwork and inspirations for stuff or whatever. So that's, yeah, my next one for sure for my
Yeah.
creative.
If I could communicate with him, I feel like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's an awesome choice.
I need to add some
Um,
women to my table though, because it's a sausage fest right now. So
I'm gonna
let's
be
shift
so
gears.
real. It's always easier for me to pick the males in this kind of scenario, and I have to seek the females a little bit more. But what do you have on deck, Mark?
I'm gonna fill out my female roster some more. I feel like this is a good pick because it's going to ruffle some feathers up in this podcast. I am picking
J
of
Law.
someone I saw from a movie earlier this year, and that's gonna be Jennifer Lawrence.
I knew you would
Damn,
pick
you
her.
fucking read him like a book.
Oh,
Wow.
how dare
Dude,
you? I knew
Jennifer.
you would pick her.
I think Jennifer Lawrence is a doll. I think she's amazingly hot, and I think it's amazing that she pushes Evelyn's button so much, and she would. And not only would she would do it knowingly.
She
She would,
would, yeah.
yeah.
But I'd bounce back.
She would know that Evelyn was not a fan of hers, and she'd totally ride the line. And I think Jennifer Lawrence.
She's listening to this podcast, so she definitely knows.
I think she does listen to and watch To Live and Talk and Lay, which happens live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. I think so. So
I think she is.
I'm a
I'll
fan.
add to the female roster with somebody that I like more. But I picked, let's go also with my actor. I picked Emilia Clarke. I feel like she would be very good company, very good conversation, easy on the eyes, obvi. I feel like she would have so much to talk about. I'm like, throw her in.
She's great. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
Her eyebrows are just so expressive.
they are.
You can't
And
get
her
that
eyes are
anywhere
so
else.
big.
Yeah.
It's special. You need it at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. I have my woman pick now ready.
All right,
Um,
let's go.
I'm bringing Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is like one of my favorite women. I think she's hilarious. Saturday Night Live, really everything. I just think she's so funny, and I believe she went to Groundlings, which basically makes us like same. We're from the same school,
Oh,
so
cool.
yeah, same improv school. So we'd have like common ground that we could bond over.
Yeah,
I think she's great. Yeah, she would be there too.
comedy, more comedy, but that's awesome.
Yeah, well, but she's like she's comedy too. But I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
But you need the female edition. You really do.
I don't want all the guys to be the funny ones, and then the women are just there as like just because they're like hot or whatever. Like, no, there's a lot of women with funny things to say. She could be funny too.
There we go.
What's
All
up,
right, Mark,
dude?
what's next?
She's funny.
Who you got on deck?
Um, I have to think about this one because at Thanksgiving we have someone like The Rock who's eating a lot, but I need someone that will truly enjoy the food, and I need a fat person. And I'm going to put a magic wand here, which is I'm going to invite the fat Jonah Hill.
Oh, okay. A little bit
Okay.
of time traveling on the multiverse there.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
Jonah Hill went through this phase of being fat, then
Hmm.
he got really skinny, then he went back to being fat again, and now he's like fit. And I don't want that. I want someone that will enjoy the food. I think second time fat person Jonah Hill would be good because he's back with hunger, you know?
Yeah. He's been here before, but
Yeah.
it's a little fresh, but now he's a little less shy. Yeah, I love that. That's an incredibly specific pick. Okay, I'm gonna go with my next. My next is let's go with I went with Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know if you guys know how like vast this guy's repertoire is, but I want him having a conversation with all of these people and sitting in between Snoop and Martha Stewart, like
Hmm.
he's the next ad. I have a lot of British folks, I realized. But yeah,
Oh, you're a big Harry Potter fan.
I
How could
am.
you got to have the Harry Potter?
You do.
That's that's a good pick for you.
I'm
What do you got
stumped for my
next,
next
Nick?
one. I'm stumped. I wanted to bring some type of like athlete, like a female athlete would be really cool.
Yeah, that's a
But
good
I'm
idea.
debating between two, and I just need help. So I'm just gonna pitch them out there, and you guys give me feedback. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, hit
Okay.
it.
All right. So I have Caitlin Clark on one side. Rook, she's shredding right now. So cool, super hype, and it's just hard to get a piece of her. So I just want her at the table. I think it would make all the other celebrities also want to come. Um,
Yeah, I agree with that.
she's all the rage right now. The other one would be Ray Gunn. I want to ask her what she was thinking.
Who's Reagan?
Ray Gunn, the Australian breakdancer from the
Oh my
Olympics.
gosh. I vote for oh gosh.
I think it's Ray Gunn, to be honest, even though maybe she's not as accomplished. But I just want to know like her story and what she's been through now, and sort of I got a lot of questions.
I think I'll invite her because she probably didn't get a lot of invites for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I mean, but that also
Let's take
she's
her.
instantly famous forever. You know what I mean? It's like maybe it's worth it, the ridicule. I don't know. But okay, I'm gonna go Ray Gun with my second woman at the table.
Good.
Dude.
Love you picking an athlete.
Yeah. You gotta have balance.
I just I feel like when she's full, like all right, like I got this. I have something we can do, and she just does the fucking bendy move that she does on the
Yeah.
floor. That's amazing.
I would want to do a breakdance competition between the two of us. And I feel like, maybe she's a little full. Maybe I can make it work if I don't eat too much.
Yeah, I love
I might
that.
be able to beat her. Anyways. Yeah.
In the chat, you guys throw us more options as we start to run out. Who are you guys inviting to dinner? Mark, what's next on for you?
All right, this is on pure hotness factor,
It's
but
okay.
also brings substance to the table in terms of the kitchen. So I think it will only add to the Martha Stewart effect, but this will be in more exotic foods. It's Padma Lakshmi.
I don't know who this is. I'm so sorry.
Who?
You don't know Padma Lakshmi. Like, look her up. You've seen her before. She's like a really famous, like, she's on Top Chef or was on Top Chef. She's like one of the judges.
Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Dude, and Fuego,
But
bro.
she's a food hot. She's not just for the hotness. She's got stuff.
No, but like in addition, like
Yeah.
that's when you like she's probably not just like she's not American, obviously.
What's her name?
Padma, Padma,
Yeah.
Lak.
Oh, I see.
She's in stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do know who this
Mm.
is. Okay, cool. Yeah, love that for our invite.
I'm in.
Then I'll add another female. I wanted to bring another person with talent, but somebody that would also be like just fun to chit chat with. So I picked Hayley Williams, lead singer Paramore. I thought she would
Uh-huh.
be a nice addition also to that group of folks. I'm just cooking up a real interesting room out here. But I see Megan the Stallion in the chat. I feel like she would be very lively at
She seems
Thanksgiving.
fun.
Yeah. Kojima.
Kojima's a good one too. I'd be so confused by the end of dinner though, I feel like. That's okay.
Vic, do you have another pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hotness pick as well. This one was also really hard. There was a lot of contenders. The brackets and calculations to get to this moment were really difficult. I'm gonna go with Sydney Sweeney though. She's my-
Oh,
yep,
love.
I know.
She's a good eye candy option.
Yeah, she's really grown on me. You know what? Like she was kind of a dark horse a couple years ago, and then I don't actually, not too far back, or, just recently. Anyways,
Like in the past 12 months.
like wait, let me see something. So, just gonna do a quick Google search. Oh no, we're good. Anyway, for like the past like 7 years at least, I would say she's been kind of coming up in my just consciousness, and now she's really there. So yeah, I'm going.
She's
Sydney
really
Sweeney.
talented too.
She's hot.
That's a good pick.
Mhm.
She's super hot. Yeah.
What you got, Mark?
I'm going back to a previous person we've talked about on the podcast, To Live and Talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Havagir Podcast. We talked about him, and I feel like inviting this person would be like, what the fuck is going on, and who are you? And then we'd unpack this all the way. I'm picking former 98 Degrees member Nick Lachey.
Not Lakey, Lachey.
Yeah,
That's
not
a
to be
good one.
confused.
No,
Not to be
that's-
confused with Lakey. It's Nick Lachey. Because when he walks in the room with all these people when he's the last person to walk in,
People are
everyone
gonna
is
be
gonna
like, who?
Yeah.
what? And they're gonna be confused, and then they'll have to do this mental game of like, where have I seen you? And they won't get to it until they stumble onto Love Is Blind, the host, and they still won't remember him for that. And then he'll say, "Come on, 98 Degrees," and no one will know, but I'll know.
I bet you there's somebody in that room that knows. Like Snoop Dogg's gonna be like 98 degrees.
So
All right, I'm gonna go with my hot pick just to match your guys' previous energy. And I picked a lady for this as well. And I wanted
Nice.
to bring some brown energy. I felt like my list was a little pale. To say it in the nicest way. I
Yeah.
picked Sofia Vergara. I want her there. I think she's
She's
fab
great.
on the food end. I think she's fab on the conversational end. I think she's gonna bring a pop-in outfit. I want Sofia Vergara at the Thanksgiving dinner.
She's welcome. That's true. That's a good pick. No notes on that one.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Vic, what you got on deck?
Did-
I have
did
one
we do
more.
six each?
Jay.
Wait, let me check YouTube chat. Okay, we're good.
Wait, did we do who?
No, I was gonna say, did we do how many have we all done? I don't remember who went first.
I have one more on my list, so I think we have like one more round to go.
Oh man, the last one is hard. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised to say. Well, I'm gonna save my surprises until later because I thought Mark was gonna say this specific person, and he just
He might give him
didn't
his last
say
chance.
that person. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a minute.
No, you need to take it. That's part of the draft. If I don't take it, you got to take it.
No, I don't want them. I'm just surprised that you didn't
surprised,
take
yeah.
them. I'm very
No, I
surprised by
don't know.
that.
Now I'm even more confused, and I don't know who it is.
I mean, we'll see. Anyway, Man, can I pass? I'm thinking still. I don't have one. Do you guys have one ready?
No.
ready? Okay.
I have my last one on deck. Do you want me to just hand you guys the last one?
Yeah, because you're ready for it, and I'm thinking of on the
Sure.
fly, to be honest.
I kind of was going for balance here, so I picked a male and a female in certain categories.
Mhm.
And the last one for me is like the comedian. So I picked Jim Carrey. I think he would be a nice ad. He's sophisticated, he's funny, he's willing to get like down and dirty. I think he's awesome.
Hmm.
That's a
good.
good
I mean,
one.
he's legacy too.
Yeah. Like him in that room makes sense. Like everybody's excited. He's my final pick.
Victor, you still?
No, Mark, you go. You go.
I have 3 women or 4 women. I have Padma, I have Jennifer Lawrence, I have Martha Stewart.
We have 3. We
Ready?
both have 3.
We both have 3, so I need to fill out the 4th woman spot, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like now I Victor kind of pushed me in this direction with if this is the person you're thinking about, and I feel like I have to pick her because topical, super
Pick what you
talented,
want.
and
Pick what you want.
Yeah. Don't let
But
me
she-
persuade you or anything. I don't.
But
I don't care.
we'll see if we're in the same wavelength here. But she's super topical, super popular right now. Has a lot going on. In Wicked, Ariana Grande.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
all waiting for that, man. I
it's funny
thought that
because
was your number one pick. I thought you were immediately like Ariana Grande, and you said J-Law, and I was like, second.
Well, see, my 4th woman pick because it has to be alive. It was a toss up between Anna Kendrick and Ariana Grande. But the
Anna
thing is, like,
Kendrick's funny.
I think that Anna Kendrick is funny, and I think she's amazing. And I think what Ariana Grande has going for, not that it makes her better than Anna Kendrick, is her impressions. So
Yeah.
I think that's like we can just go like, hey, do this and do that, and she'd be game for it.
And she'd sing, hopefully not Happy Birthday.
She's too skinny though. I think
I told you, dude, we can throw this back to, I think that was 2 podcasts ago. But she's too skinny.
Mhm.
But I
She is
heard
too
Wicked was
skinny.
great. I did hear that. And I'm seeing in the chat, maybe a follow-up, an uninvited list. That would have been so fun. Who's uninvited to Thanksgiving dinner, or not invited at least? We can play that one up
Ooh.
someday.
Yeah, Mark. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, one was Ariana Grande. The other one I was thinking was LeBron.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you would say LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could eat in front of him, dude. Like you don't eat in front of the king, all right?
Yeah, it's hard to eat in front of greatness like that. You know, you would just be so nervous the whole time.
I feel like if LeBron was there, I feel like I'd try extra hard to be funny, which would be even more cringe.
Because you'd want to be friends with him after, like hoping he wants to hang out or grab a beer. So you're like really
Yeah.
gassing it, you know?
You
'Cause
have to be like a cat. You leave him alone and let him come to you, dude.
I'd make a joke, and then I'd be like, we wouldn't be next to each other, but I'd be like,
Did you hear that?
did he laugh? And then I'd have to say it again, and then, like I'd make sure. But that's my king, dude. That's my goat.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go Kendrick with the last one. I think he's really cool.
Oh, I
And
think
wanna
he'd be
talk with him
cool.
about some of this. It's not a woman, but it's okay because I don't know that
That's
I had any
alright.
musicians on my list, so he's on
We
there.
did a pretty great job. Most people wouldn't have even gotten close to half. So that's beautiful for us.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody you regret not adding now? The thing is, there's too many celebrity crushes that I can't get them all on there. You know, otherwise it's just gonna be like a harem, and it's weird. You know, that's weird. So it's okay.
I'm curious about your deceased picks. Maybe we can go there someday too.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll throw mine out right now. It's
Sure.
it's Lucille Ball.
Oh, yeah. Fabulous.
I was thinking
Amazing.
Robin Williams. He seems like he'd be really fun. Steve
Also-
Irwin. I was also thinking like cool dead guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, Elvis. There's a lot of like really cool dead people I would want to talk to.
Evelyn, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's a good topic.
Thanks. I brought some good stuff.
Are you guys going Black Friday shopping?
I know.
I
I
don't
kind
mess
of
with
already
that.
did.
You did?
Things are on. Black Friday is like an entire week now. Like I was at the Camrio outlets on my way back from Santa Barbara this weekend, and we stopped there just because we felt like it, and I bought a bunch of stuff. because it's all like 70% off over there, you know?
Mhm.
And actually, let me say, after being in Santa Barbara for the weekend where everything is expensive, like t-shirts are like $100 over there and they're not that nice. Like everything is
Yeah.
ludicrous expensive over there.
Hmm.
Going to the Camarillo outlets and buying a nice sweater, a Thanksgiving sweater for $30 was like a breath of fresh air. It's like very nice. So Santa Barbara's crazy.
Yeah, I don't Black Friday. I'm not down for those kinds of shenanigans. I'd rather just wait and catch it on a different day. Are you, Mark? Are you Black Friday shopping?
No, I like there is something I like, which is um I try to be the guy who will go into Starbucks on Thanksgiving. I'll order my drink, and the first thing I'll say is, "I can't believe they have you working today."
Oh my God.
I
Fuck you,
like to
dude.
spread. I like to spread that cheer
I hate that.
to the
You're the
people.
worst. Have you
It's
ever
like
seen What We Do in the Shadows, like the television series?
Mhm.
I've
He's
seen
the
only.
emotional vampire. He's the
Yeah.
Evie.
Seriously.
Actually, that was one of the episodes I did see. I was going to quote from What We Do in the Shadows, which was like the emotional vampire, and the girl's like, "My dog has autism."
That's Mark's definitely doing the EV thing when he's
Oh,
walking around on
I,
Black Friday.
I'm like, man, like,
But
I can't
also, like,
believe
what
they
do
have
you
this.
say? You ask them, like, oh, what time are you off? And no matter what they say, you say, oh, okay, cool. At least you get to, like, get back and do
I
something. Like, it's
don't.
the
I
worst
just walk in
conversation.
there. I order
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Great, have a happy holiday."
I refuse to talk about this to people. I remember I was like, what day was it? 4th of July, I think, or some holiday. We were getting food and bringing it up to a family party. And my mom was asking these guys and I'm like, God, just don't even go there. It's so bad. I was like dying of embarrassment. And she's like, why? I'm just being nice and chatty. I'm like, dude, I can't ask people when they're off on holidays. It's just rubbing salt in the wound, you know?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Well, I ask because everyone knows what Black Friday is, but do you guys know what Brown Friday is?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
The brown
Uh,
is spooking me though. It feels like
I'm
it's
like, I
bad.
feel like I've heard about this, but I'm not recalling.
It's the day after Thanksgiving, and it's a plumber's nightmare, essentially, which is
That is
uh,
disgusting.
one of the most busiest days for a very specific profession, which is plumber, because they are called to do unclogging of said toilets.
Oh no.
And I have the top 20 cities that are heavy hitters in the Brown Friday.
Top
I want
10
this
pooping cities is what you
top
have.
20. I have
Top 20. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm
I
just
want
like, who's number one? Should we start at the top? Is that crazy? Sorry.
Who goes the hardest for Thanksgiving?
well, if you want to guess,
Is it something we would expect or is it just like totally random?
there's cities, and I would say if not to lead you guys anywhere, but I would say every city here you would have heard of.
Okay, give us a hint. What's 10? What's number 10?
Number
Give us like a
10,
gauge. Yeah. Where's 10 at?
number 10. I mean, I'm really good at giving hints. If I give you one hint, you're gonna know immediately. Uh, I would say, let's keep it topical. The Dodgers beat them. Uh, so it's kind of an open hint because there was a lot of playoffs game series.
New York?
No, we named an episode after it after we made fun of them, Victor.
Anaheim, the Angel, or I mean Anaheim?
No,
Who do we make fun of? Who did they play? I don't remember who they played.
we talk shit about this team. And their
San
team
Diego.
color, yeah, are the UPS
Really?
colors. San Diego's number
So
10.
San Diego's 10.
San Diego's number 10.
Okay. I'm gonna go oof, Louisiana 1.
Well, that's a state.
Oh shoot, city. Wait,
She's
Yeah,
going
what is
sorry.
it?
we can just guess states.
It's just the entire state. Um,
I was gonna guess the
got
state
me.
of Texas. I think somewhere in Texas. I think they're going hard down there too.
like Dallas or Austin
I
or
think
like
Dallas is fatter. I would say Dallas, Texas.
Houston
Oh,
is number 18.
Oh,
okay.
this is
Los
hard.
Angeles has to be in the top 10.
if you're listening to Live and Talk in LA, LA does it right. We're number one in Brown Fridays.
Oh, stop.
Yes.
Number
I'm
one.
proud
It's
of us.
because we have such crappy piping infrastructure.
It
Get it?
it's fun-
I don't
Crappy.
know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's funny you mention that you say it that way. I think it's everyone's fucked up diets of, it's like this weird like I'm keto, but I'm vegan and when you add all these weird dietary things coming up all at once and like the whole city has just like IBS in one day because of that. I think that's the reason why LA is number one. And LA
I'm
just does
surprised LA
everything
is
better.
number one. I am.
Me too. A little bit. Yeah. Not even New York. Like, I feel like they would be worse.
Well, I mean, if you're going by the plumbing thing, New York's not on this.
What?
Yeah,
I
California
can't
is
make any
very
patterns for this. Like,
California
why?
is very well represented in this list.
Who's two?
Number 2, it's Miami,
Who's
I was
three?
thinking that as well.
Nashville,
Okay, yeah.
Okay, these are like just
Something
big cities.
southern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's four?
Number 4 is Sacramento.
What?
Oh, interesting. Okay, five.
Sacramento.
5 is Baltimore.
Yeah, it's starting to get weird. It's just like like places that are condensed.
You know what's funny is I already have an appointment with the plumber on Monday. I do, but it's unrelated to Thanksgiving. I'm just seeing a
Not Brown
plumber on Monday.
Thursday. Yeah, not Brown
No.
Thursday.
Well,
Brown
you-
Monday.
You know what you have to do? You have to call him and you have to tell him like, yo, like just a heads up, not Brown Friday.
No, I'm gonna call him and say, hey, I know you were just coming to fix the leak that we talked about last week, but actually I took a huge shit in the other bathroom and it's clogged, so you have to come here and do both.
That's
So leave extra
disgusting.
time, Pat, the plumber.
He's gonna have PTSD on Monday, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna be shook.
I get embarrassed having to call the plumber about the toilet,
Yeah.
even if it's not related to it, because I always think like, oh, he probably like just shit it up. But it's like it's not that. It's like the flushy thing doesn't work, and because I'm really technical, because I'm really handsy, I start saying the flushy thing's not working, and I just get really self conscious when it comes to calling the plumber.
I don't like calling plumbers because I feel like they're gonna find something that I didn't know was there. Like, I think you can clean your toilet the best you can with what you can see, but there's just like little part, like just under it and around it. Like
Those
it just feels like
problems are
nasty.
big,
Like there's
too.
just stuff. Who knows? But they've also seen worse. Like I think you're getting
100%.
anytime you go somewhere to get a service, they've always seen worse than you. Is what I think because I'm like a pretty normal dude, so it's not that bad, but it still feels bad.
That's a
I don't
nice
want to
place
have
to
to
be.
do any poop stuff.
Well, guys, it's 8:50. We got a little time for pillow talk, so I think we should call it here. And then just like, hey,
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Like
Happy
that.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
I had a good time. Evelyn with the roast. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, well done. That was
Dude,
dope.
happy Thanksgiving. B-Day host Thanksgiving roast.
I'm thankful for that roast.
We'll have
And
to
we can ride
revisit
that into
next year.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love.
well, your birthday's coming up, and I think I know
you
what
started
I'll
a
be doing for the
tradition.
next 6 weeks. To
I didn't
prepare
give
for this.
myself that much prep time, okay?
I know. I'm gonna wake up to Guatemala. Are you awake? you need to help me write this. Well, hey, Victor, where can I find us?
You guys, we are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live streaming every Wednesday at 7:30 on Twitch and YouTube. We also drop our episodes wherever you get your podcasts every Thursday. So take a look for that Thursday mornings. We are on social media doing some TikToks, some Reels. We're also on Blue Sky now, I believe. That's confirmed. So show us some love, guys. Check it out. Thanks.
All right, dudes. You know the drill. We'll be on for a little bit after for some pillow talk. So if you're here live, hang out for the extra credit, and we'll see you next week. Peace. Aw, dudes, look at that. Another one.
How many is this now? 4?
It's a lot.
3? 4?
I think, you
Four.
completed I think you completed your first month.
Whoa, that's right. We started top November.
You're past your probation period now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I get the job?
You're
You're in.
you're no longer an at-will employee.
Oh shit.
You're here for the long run.
I am. Hi you guys.
I know.
Thanks for hanging around. Pillow Talk.
It's just, again, you're here permanently, but like we own the name. Some assembly
Just to be
required Evelyn
clear.
Avila's. So if you ever need, if you ever quit and start your own podcast, you can be Amelia Elvis, and you'll be fine.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Because that's what we're doing.
I have a pillow talk question.
Yeah, hit it.
So, Wicked's in theaters or whatever. People are pumped on it. Did you guys hear about these people? I don't know if this is like a social media thing people are whining about or whatever, but I've heard people are singing along to the movies when they're there, in the songs when they're there in theater. I think that's completely
I heard
unacceptable.
AMC was banning it for Wicked. I
They
heard
should
they
be.
were going to say that you're not allowed to sing, but I saw somebody threw a specific one that was also singing related in the agenda. Who hit that?
I did, which was The Rock says it's okay to sing, which made me wonder, like, is The Rock? Oh, he's in Moana. That's
He's
Yeah,
in Red,
so he's
Red
saying-
Christmas or whatever.
But it's a little different when it's kids, I feel, because you can't expect kids to not want to sing along. But I'm also like, what are they singing along to in Moana 2? They're not going to know the songs yet.
Nobody knows.
Wicked
Mhm.
is different. Like everybody knows those songs. I find it highly unacceptable.
I can't believe people would sing in a theater, but I also am not surprised.
I don't put it past drama kids. That's the thing.
Yeah, I
they will
totally
go
expect
there.
that behavior. Because like me sitting in front of Harry Potter, like I was mouthing the lines, but I didn't want to say them out loud because I didn't want to be embarrassed. But like everybody else is saying them out loud, but I'm like, ew. But I'm
Harry.
like, you know,
I would throw
Harry,
M&Ms
no.
at somebody if they were singing out loud. It's the only thing you can do.
it's not okay.
Yeah, because that's an interesting thought you had, Evelyn, because in Moana 2, it's a new movie with new songs. So no one, but like, we're in this age now where you can download the soundtrack immediately, right? Like, so I guess in theory, you would have the songs memorized.
It's
but that
possible.
ruins the movie.
Maybe.
But like, yeah, like people being upset that you can't sing in movie theaters, like the worst. Drama kids and improv people, hands down, the worst people on this planet.
I think
love
you
how
could
that's
sing
like
along.
us in the room.
You could sing along not loud enough for people to hear you though, because it's pretty fucking loud in the movies. Like you could sing
Like
along.
you mouth it, or you just like
Mhm.
don't like full on belt popular with like the other 800 people in this
Yeah,
room.
being loud enough for other people to hear you is like you got to be pretty freaking loud. I think in a movie theater.
So what you're saying is we don't sing in a movie theater.
I don't think we should. Though the thing is though is like again, I see this stuff on social media and I see people complaining about how the movies are terrible now because there's always people talking on their phones and making noise. And I just don't I've never had that experience. I've only been in one movie theater where people were being loud and I was literally in junior high and they went to my school and they're being super annoying. Like I don't as an adult, I have never been in a theater where somebody was distracting me or being on their phone. Like I just don't think it's real.
I just don't like that. Like, I want to go see like Deadpool Wolverine in theaters,
Mm.
and I loved it. Like, it was fantastic. But then I felt like it was on whatever, like Disney Plus, like a month later. And I remember specifically debating whether or not I was going to get like the Dolby IMAX, whatever, like
Dolby
tickets.
Atmos.
And
Mhm.
holy crap, I was buying tickets for like 4 people, 5 people, and it was going to be this ridiculous price point. So I was like, oh, I'll just watch the regular version. And then it was on Disney Plus like a month later. Like, if I can just wait a little bit and see it in my room and hear it all, I do miss the big screen and the surround sound, but like, I just can't find the cost
I
analysis
love going to the
there.
movies. I go to the movies a lot.
Is
Do you
this
have
true?
like the membership?
No, but I just see, and it's like an excuse for me and my buddies to go out. So
Yeah.
like we'll hang out on a weekend and go to the movies. We do that quite a bit. But I hear you. It is expensive.
Is this true in the chat saying the other one is no green body paint for the showing? Like you can't paint yourself green to go watch the movie?
Oh,
didn't know that.
interesting. It must be like some kind of security concern, but that's surprising.
Oh, I was just thinking it's because it gets the seats dirty.
Oh, yeah,
is it
that's
a-
totally possible.
Is it something more
Holy
serious?
crap, Evelyn.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. In the chat,
Why-
let us know
Why
why.
does it stop people from being green? Who cares?
I don't know. Yeah, probably no green body paint because they said body paint.
It just seems like a weird rule. Like, wouldn't that just be no body paint for anything? Like, why this movie? What if I
Who's
wanted to dress blue,
trying?
be
I
blue
just
for
want to know
Avatar?
why people are doing that because you're not performing here. Like you're going to watch a recorded
Yeah, you're
video.
gonna sit in the dark in a room.
Like, why are we doing that?
It makes it. Now the question here, like you're gonna go see a band, you have their T-shirt. Do you wear their T-shirt to the show?
No. You wear something
Mhm.
else that's plain and you
Yeah,
buy a t-shirt at the show.
wearing the shirt to the show is like, what do you like? This is your whole thing, or what? That's what I think.
Well, I feel like there's layers to that question, which is if you go see the Dodgers play, do you wear your Dodgers gear?
Of course,
It's different. You're
it's
rooting for
different.
the
Is it?
team.
Well, you're
It's
rooting for.
different.
Well, I don't know about that because you're not going to the show. You're rooting for to cheer them on because you love them, but you also want them to have a good show. So wouldn't you argue that you're rooting for them to have a good show in your neck of the woods?
They're not competing against anybody else though. You know, it's not like somebody will come out of this the winner. Like they're winning. They are the star here. Unless it's like the
Yeah,
opener. Then the opener is a little more, you can wear their shirt.
I think that's a good way to put it. We're all on the same team. We don't need to identify each other. When you go to a baseball game, it's like I want to know who these Padres fans are, so I don't hold the door open for them, or whatever. Like, I need to be able to identify these people.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you like the shit brown for the uniforms? All right, no,
Yeah,
close it down.
frick you, dude.
You're a fan
Close the
of the
door.
Brown Thursdays?
hmm
um, well, I mean, like it's because as I got old, I didn't go to a lot of concerts growing up, so I never really went to go with a band shirt. But then I thought I've gone to watch WWE, real fighting, and I would wear WWE shirts. I'm like, is that weird? I'm like, no, it's fine. But then I started really unpacking it after the, is it weird to wear your band's T-shirt? I'm like, maybe I'm gonna have to rethink this, and I wasn't sure.
I
I
think
think,
WWE is also okay. It's in the sports
yeah,
category. Although it's not the
yeah.
same, it falls in the sports category in this instance.
It's like if you were going to see The Rock in The Rock's days, like you still took your merch there, but it was also a different kind of age. Like your
Mhm.
opportunity to get an autograph was completely different. Like those moments were other, you know?
Mm, I think so.
It's
I get
kind of
it.
niche. We gotta go. It's a case by case scenario. You
It
can't just
is.
blanket statement it.
Yeah, it's not one stroke like for everything, right?
I feel like I have a good gauge on it though. Like if you just ask me, I'm like yes or no. Like I just know.
Yeah. Yeah,
That is one thing I just
it's a
know.
feel thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real like confusion on that for me.
I like wearing vintage shirts that are out of print to concerts. To flex, I've been there a long time.
I guess it
See,
also kind of depends on the band because if it's like a backyard show band,
Mhm.
you might wear their t-shirt and especially like
they would
those
like that.
kinds, like the ones that are really vintage and where it shows that you've been a fan for a while. Like an ACD, I guess ACDC is different now because they sell it in like Forever 21, but like you get the point. Like some no like
hmm
less aggressive band.
Do they have a shirt for the guy for that band at Denny's that says "What the fuck is up, Denny's"?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I would think
100%.
so. They have to have merch.
I'd be
They're
surprised if they didn't.
they're from here in LA, right?
I
I
thought
don't
it was
know.
local, yeah.
Uh, You should have them on a podcast. I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah,
How do you
bring them
get
on.
how do you get a show in Denny's? I feel like we could do a show in Denny's.
I
I
think
would
they
love
had
that.
like maybe they did a karaoke. We can do a Denny's. Let's book a
We can do
Denny's.
that 2468 menu while we're doing the show. I love that shit.
Yeah,
When
I'll
I was
show you
in
Denny's
my
and Taco
college, I
merch.
would go there
chicken.
and eat for like $6, like all the time. The people at Denny's knew me and my friends because we would just show up there and get the cheapest menu they have and just clean them out, dude.
It's never the best choice, but it's always the
Mhm.
right
It's always
choice.
open. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Hmm.
never turn you away.
If we have a show there, I can show everyone my moons over my hammies.
Mm, hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. take them out to the back for a grand slam. That's good stuff, man.
Love it.
That's what you come for dinner and a show. You know, Denny's. That's something that's on our vision board.
Just
Yeah,
stick
we
it in the
can add
corner,
that.
see where it goes. You know, just
I
a
feel like
thought.
we could, like, in all the realm, like, Denny's is a place we could start at, and they wouldn't charge us an arm and a leg, and we'd bring them business.
Especially if we do it at an odd time. You know, we can figure out when their dead time is and then do the show then. That
Then
way
we're
it's
gonna
like they're
have
like
a
they're
crew
getting,
of like old folks, man. We'll have a very specific division of this pod.
or we can show up for the early bird dinner and hang out with old people and interview them on the show. Just a thought.
Or we
Yeah.
should do like a prom night. And then get all of the little drunk promies.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Those
like,
are ideas.
for any for any listener who never went to prom because you were kind of a loser, you get to redo it.
Just show up at Denny's.
Yeah, you get to run it back with us, and I'll dance with you.
That'll be
That-
sweet. In the
that'll
back
be.
before you grand slam them.
Let me take you back to the dumpster and give you a grand slam after. You know, like it's like high school all over again.
Grand slam and a slow dance. It'll be beautiful.
Well, I'm gonna let's call Pillow Talk so we can go into Thanksgiving super happy, and then we'll see you guys next week. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I have a surprise for you guys next Thursday, next Wednesday.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you want to tune into the show? It'll be a good one.
All
All
right.
right. I'll be here.
Let's do it.
Perfect. All right. Awesome.
Hey, well, a lot of people stuck around tonight. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This is cool.
Thanks,
Yeah,
I don't know
y'all.
if you guys see
Happy
this, but
Thanksgiving.
it's a lot of
Mhm.
viewers today.
Thank you, stream.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, we're going to end it here then. Later, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.